When the president's announcement came out, I was actually in my English class. I just started like crying. I could feel the tears going down my eyes as like the teacher was talking. The news of ending DACA had been floating around for 2-3 weeks or even a month prior to that day. So all my hopes and of it not being canceled just came crashing down at that one moment, and it felt horrible.
Carlos is not alone in this situation, as there were more than 800,000 undocumented immigrants under the protection of DACA. He shares what it was like to finally come home that day to face his mom.
The first thing she said was, "I'm sorry." She told me, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry for bringing you here and you having to face all these problems just because of me." And that hit me really hard, just because I would never blame her for bringing me somewhere for my own benefit.
With the 6-month deadline of March 2018 rapidly approaching for Congress to create a permanent legislative fix, the urgency and worry continues to become more overwhelming for families, communities, and individual DACA recipients.
It is a lot, just because I found myself not being able to do or worry about things that I guess other kids would worry about. Other kids are worrying about, how good their clothes look, or how good they look, or the electives you want to take, or other kinds of things I guess a normal teenager would think about. But then here I am thinking about deportation, me in 5, 6, 7 years doing the classes I need to do because I can't stop. I have to go as fast as I can just in case something happens.
In the 2 months after the announcement of DACA's end, schools in the Valley made their own efforts supporting DACA recipients. In a school-wide email, Arizona State University President Michael Crow outlined ASU's action plan, describing specific steps the school would take, concluding with, "We will within the law do everything we possibly can do to help young people move their lives forward, regardless of the circumstances that brought them to this country." Crow's message echoes the sentiment of student body demonstrations, including the October 26th campus march organized by undocumented students for education equity. Not only have the voices of college students been heard, but of high school students as well. According to the news outlet AZ Central, more than 500 students walked out of both North and South Mountain High School on the day of the announcement in protest of the end of DACA.
Our students have a voice. We do tell them that the best place, the safest place is at school. We want our students to feel like they're listened to. They don't have to leave school, that we're going to listen, that we're going to care, that we're going to be empathetic, and that we're going to support them no matter what.
Both Correa and Tercero were incredibly saddened and worried for the future of those protected under DACA, as they know what kind of people they are.
These are folks who've come to the United States and maybe don't have the best situations and have worked really hard and have had to work even sometimes harder. Very resilient, very dedicated, want a better future. These are kids who are doing well in school and their dream is to go to college.
Because the Phoenix Union High School District schools sit predominantly in Latino community areas, the district did not hesitate to extend their support to its students and their families. They provided resources to the community through informational forums, events, scholarships to cover renewal fees, and by building partnerships with trusted organizations.
We're not done. The priority was to focus on the application, but we have a few other events that we're already planning and looking how to continue to support students and families and what are their needs going to be as we move forward without having DACA.
With the deadline in the very near future, hope is all the dreamers have to cling to. For those who feel like the world is crumbling around them, Carlos has a few choice words to help.
Don't give up. We were here before DACA. We're going to be here after it, and it might be sad, and, it feels like our lives are going to change for one way or the other. Don't let your parents' sacrifice, be in vain. I'm going to try as hard as I can to keep going. This decision doesn't mean the end for us. We're still going to be here, and we're still going to keep fighting.